Something changes in 2026. Not slowly, not gently. Some zodiac signs stop explaining. They stop answering messages. They stop showing up. And when they do, it feels final. If your sign is mentioned today, this will hit close. This is not about drama. It's about limits being crossed too many times. And once that line is crossed, there is no going back. This video reveals which zodiac signs will cut people off in 2026 and exactly who they are going to cut off. Friends, partners, and people they once cared about. Each sign walks away from a very specific type of person, but there is one sign that doesn't just distance themselves. They disappear completely. And the reason why will make sense at the end. People are tired in a way conversations don't fix anymore. Tired of repeating themselves. Tired of being patient. Tired of being the one who understands. In 2026, tolerance drops. Not because people become cold, but because they finally see who drains them. And certain zodiac signs decide they are done carrying emotional weight for others. In 2026, Aries cuts off indecisive people. Aries stops talking to people who hesitate too much, who avoid decisions, who constantly say, "I don't know." Aries specifically stops spending time with Libra, Pisces, and Cancer. If you move slowly, if you need constant reassurance, Aries leaves you behind. No argument, no explanation. They move forward without you. And that is only the beginning. Because the next sign doesn't cut fast, they cut silently. In 2026, Virgo cuts off emotionally inconsistent people. Virgo stops talking to people who promise change, but repeat the same behavior. Virgo distances themselves from Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces. If you cancel plans, change stories, or apologize without changing, Virgo removes you from their routine. You don't notice it at first. Virgo doesn't confront you. They simply stop being available. And by the time you realize something is wrong, Virgo already moved on. This is the type of cutoff that feels confusing, because there was no fight, just distance. And once Virgo reorganizes their life, there is no space left for you. In 2026, Aquarius cuts off emotionally demanding people. Aquarius stops interacting with people who expect constant emotional access. Aquarius distances themselves from Cancer, Scorpio, and Taurus. If you guilt them for needing space, if you demand explanations for their distance, Aquarius disconnects. They don't fight, they don't explain. They detach completely. Now pay attention to this one, because this sign stays polite while emotionally leaving. In 2026, Libra cuts off self-centered people. Libra stops engaging with people who make everything about themselves. Libra distances themselves from Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. If Libra always has to adjust and always has to compromise alone, they emotionally check out. Libra remains kind. Libra remains respectful. But they stop caring. Conversations feel empty. The connection feels distant. And once Libra reaches that point, there is no emotional return. What hurts most is that they don't tell you when it happens. You realize it only after the bond is already gone. In 2026, Pisces cuts off emotionally dismissive people. Pisces stops talking to people who minimize their feelings or call them too sensitive. Pisces distances themselves from Capricorn, Virgo, and Aquarius. Once Pisces feels emotionally invalidated, they disappear. No drama, no confrontation, just silence. And that silence is permanent. Now things become colder. Because the next sign doesn't leave emotionally. They restructure their life. In 2026, Capricorn cuts off unreliable people. Capricorn stops supporting people who create instability. Capricorn distances themselves from Gemini, Pisces, and Sagittarius. If you depend on them constantly or bring chaos instead of structure, Capricorn removes you. Capricorn doesn't explain this decision. They don't argue. They simply rebuild their life without you in it. You no longer fit into their plans, their schedule, or their priorities. The cutoff feels practical, but it is final. And once Capricorn closes that door, it stays closed. And now the sign that disappears without closure. In 2026, Scorpio cuts off people who betrayed trust. Scorpio completely removes Cancer, Leo, and Aquarius from their inner circle if loyalty was broken. If you shared their secrets or crossed emotional boundaries, Scorpio doesn't explain. They disappear. No goodbye, no final conversation, no closure. Because for Scorpio, the ending already happened inside. They processed it in silence. And once that process is complete, there is nothing left to say. Access is removed completely, and you feel it all at once. If your sign was mentioned, this wasn't random. 2026 forces emotional boundaries. Comment your zodiac sign, or comment the sign you think will stop talking to you. Some connections don't survive clarity.